Hi, this is Miss Goodale, and today I'm going to do a video on multiplying fractions, and this one is going to be with simplifying before you multiply. So I've previously did a video on just multiplying where you would have to simplify after. This one I'm going to show you a way that I think is a little bit simpler. So let's get started. And just take into account, not every time will you be able to simplify, but a lot of times you can simplify before multiplying. So for example, if I have 3/5 times 8/9. Okay, so if I look at these numbers, I notice that I have a 3 over here and a 9 over here, and both of those are divisible by 3. Okay, it has to be the ones either top across from bottom, or it could be top and bottom. It cannot be top and top. So just remember that. 3 and 9 can both be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3, and I'm just going to write 3 divided by 3 here, is 1. So that one turns to a 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So then my problem actually ends up being 1/5 times 8/3. You don't have to do this step, but I'm going to write it out again just so that you can better see. Okay. So then my 5 and my 8 don't have anything in common, so I can't reduce them or simplify them. So I'm just going to multiply straight across. 1 times 8 is 8. 5 times 3 is 15, and that should be in simplest form. Now, if you simplify before you multiply, and if you do it properly, you shouldn't have to simplify at the end. You may have to change a mixed number or an improper fraction into a mixed number, but you should not have to reduce at the end if you did it right. Okay, sometimes you may accidentally forget one, but otherwise you should be able to reduce. Let's do another example. 5/6 times 4/15. So I look at these two that are across from each other. 5 and 15 can both be divided by 5. And this time, instead of writing divided by 5, I'm just going to divide. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, so make sure that you're dividing them both by the same thing also. Then next, I look at my 4 and my 6. And they are both divisible by 2. So I'm going to do 4 divided by 2, and I should get 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So now I have 1 and a 3 here, and a 2 and a 3 here. And then I just multiply straight across. So this time I'm not going to rewrite it like I did up there. 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 3 is 9. And that is in simplest form. Okay, and let me show you one where I have more than one factor to multiply, and then I think that should pretty much cover it. 5/7 times 2/5 times 7/8. So most of the time you won't have 3 different factors to multiply, but I'm just going to show you just in case. So if I look at this, the first thing that pops out to me is that there's a 7 and a 7, and there's a 5 and a 5. So I know immediately 7 and 7 can cancel each other out, and they can both be divided by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 7 divided by 7 is 1. So those both become 7, or become 1. And I notice my 5 and my 5 can both be divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now I'm left with my 2 and my 8. And those are also divisible by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now I have a pretty simple multiplication left. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So that equals 1. 1 times 1 is 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, let me do one more with 3 factors, and then I will let you guys go. So we'll do 5/8 times 7/10 times 4/5. Okay, again, I see my 5 and my 5. I'm going to do that one first. And those can both be simplified to 1 because 5 divided by 5 is 1. I notice my 4 and my 8, they can actually both be divided by 4, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 7 doesn't have anything that it can be reduced by, and there's nothing left for the 10 to be reduced by. So then I just multiply. 1 times 7 is 7, and then the answer 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 10 is 20, and the answer 20 times 1 is 20. So I end up with 7/20, and that cannot be reduced. So that's kind of a quick run through of simplifying and then multiplying. Give it a try. Ask me questions if you still have questions, and I hope that you appreciated this video. Thank you.